Hello everyone, welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. My name is Ricky P and thanks for being here with me today. Capital Games has made a post yesterday about some changes coming into the game and coming into the next title update also. So it's very interesting and I think it's a very good change. So reading quickly through this, the change will affect turn meter and add this new turn meter overflow to the characters. So basically what this means is that the turn meter process, when everybody has 100% turn meter at the same time, won't be randomly chosen, at least for a couple of points. So basically if you have two characters that has 100%, they can add more turn meter, which is called the turn meter overflow. Basically, they go over 100% so that they can calculate more turn meter and see who would go first. For example, if Jedi Training Rey has 100% turn meter and BB-8 does his ability that adds more turn meter to Jedi Training Rey, instead of staying at 100%, she'll gain a bit more, so 105 or 108%. I don't remember the BB-8 additional turn meter, but so because of that, if someone else has 100% turn meter without overflow, Jedi Training Rey will go first. Now that's the first thing that they'll look at: turn meter overflow. Who has the most? The person with the most overflow will go first. If they both have the exact same turn meter overflow, this means that they'll look at the highest speed, basically. So the highest speed character will go first, and if the turn meter overflow and the speed are exactly the same, then it'll be randomly chosen, which is like it is today. At least they're adding those two extra steps to determine who will go first, because when you're battling, you definitely want to see and know who will be the next person, the next character to attack. So this adds something very interesting that will make everybody more able to control and make sure they know who will go first. So if you look at the notes here, units who have been granted a bonus turn are subject to the same rules. So sometimes, you know, characters will gain a bonus turn based on their abilities. So it's the same rule for them also, but they will take their turn before anyone who has not been granted a bonus turn. So basically the bonus turn will go before the person that has the most turn meter, because they added this bonus turn, so this goes first. If there are multiple units with the bonus turn, the order is determined by the same criteria: highest overflow, highest speed, then randomly. And a second note here, the target of effects like Tron's turn meter swap will go first the vast majority of the time, but there are some extreme edge cases where the high amounts of overflow that could cause another unit to go first. So there's something here with ability with turn meter swap like Thrawn that could add this other complexity that might not always react the same way. This is what I'm guessing they're saying here. So it depends on how it calculates it. A quick example here on how it works. You know, if you look at the speed of Rex, Echo, CLS, and Old Ben, and then their turn meter is as described, right? So you see CLS 100% turn meter, but 30% overflow, and Rex has 100% turn meter also, but a 10% overflow. So CLS goes first because he's got 30% overflow more than Rex. Uses a basic ability against Rex. It crits and then generate 15% turn meter for Rex and Echo. So now Rex has 25% overflow. Echo, who had 90%, will add 10 to get to 100, and that 5% will go to his overflow. Rex takes a turn because he's the highest amount of overflow, uses a basic, and an Echo is called to assist, which generate 10% turn meter for Old Ben. So Old Ben was at 98%, goes to 100 plus 8% overflow. Old Ben uses Mind Trick and is not resisted. This reduces each enemy's turn meter, Rex and Echo, by 60%. So basically, this is important here because it reduces by 60%, but it doesn't count the overflow. you're not reducing the overflow. Basically, if you have 100% turn meter with some overflow and you get your turn meter reduced, overflow just disappears, goes into the nether, or goes into oblivion, and then your turn meter reduction starts from 100% and goes down. So basically, they're not calculating the overflow as turn meter reduction. You just lose it from the get-go, which makes sense, right? Because you want it always to calculate it based on 100%. So that's a super interesting change coming up in the next title update. You know, the next title update, who probably will include, I'm hoping, galactic challenges that's coming up, and maybe some other stuff that they haven't announced yet. And I'm guessing as more information will come in, we'll start knowing more and more about what will be in that title update, hopefully in the month of August. Now, another topic that I wanted to talk today is Grand Arena history on SWGOH.gg. Now, some of you might know, some of you might not know, but the website SWGOH.gg, which is an amazing website that I use often, you know, a lot of information, but it also has your history of your last 3 Grand Arena battles, basically your last your last 9 rounds, your last 3 fights, which considered 3 rounds per fight, right? And they all have that information there. Your whatever you use to attack, how to, if you won or not, and your defense also. So all your defense that was attacked by your opponent was listed. So I was, you know, in my last fight, I figured I'll go check my opponent's history, and looked at it and saw that, you know, he put the same defense on for every single fight. And I said, all right, I listed it on a piece of paper. Like, I got my counter for this, my counter for this. And then I put my defense, the rest of my characters that I didn't need for my defense, I just put them on there, knowing that I had everything in order to beat his defense, because I had all the potential counters to them. Now, I sat down and I was thinking, am I cheating? Am I cheating in a certain way? Because that information, the Grand Arena history, is not available in the game, right? The history of my opponents are not available in the game. So I'm using a third-party system, if I can say so, that shows me that information to make me win, or actually give me a better chance to win. So is it cheating or not cheating? It's not cheating, because you know what? That information is available to everybody. And if you're not using it to your advantage, then, you know, it's too bad for you, because you have that possibility. Is it cheating? Because, like I said, that information is not available in the game. So we're using something to extract that information and put it somewhere so that it's available. So I don't know. I'm sort of debating. I wouldn't consider. I know it's not cheating, and I'm not putting any blame on SWGOH.gg at all. It's a great website. They're there to give us information, and that information I find is useful for me because I use it. So, but I'm just thinking, and I want to hear about you guys and girls also playing the game. What do you think about having all your history fights on that website? Now, knowing this, you probably can change your defense every single fight, every single round that you have against an opponent, which will make your opponent guess, right? Or which defense are they going to put in today? I don't know, because they change every single fight. So it's to you to use that tactic to make sure that you always catch your opponent by by surprise, because you don't stick with the same defense. But at the same time, it's there for you to look at, to use at your advantage. The problem is that other player might not know about that website. Not every single player knows about the GG website. So yeah, just a thought. Just sending some thinking there outside the community, just to see, is it a good thing or a bad thing? And I can see points on both sides of the idea of that, having the history on the website. So there you have it, everyone. Thanks for watching my video today. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you soon on the Hollow Tables. Take care, everyone.